Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Republic of Seychelles Rais, Wevel, Ramkalawan. Visitor Waziro, Media Toge, Befrum, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Republic of Seychelles Rais, His Excellency Wevel, Ramkalawan Shah. Imanifanaga Waftuga, Himini Wadayanava Befruna. Dihrajya war Hoon Marhabaye Dano. Rais Ramkalawan get Midatur Flaki. Argument de Gomge de Metuga Oi Gai Guluma Iturveganda Tarihi a Kurierume. Dihrajya Seychelles Saki Duru Avatteri de Gom Kamga V Namavis. Argument de Gomge de Metuga Huri Tafata Kavre Eggoikan Kangina. Jazira Tauge Ravehinge Haisiato. Argon Menge Adakadataka Diriuluma Kura Masaketaka Diriulumge Watafali guys Eggoingeta Kantatake Hore. Agol Menge Exotaka Kanduge Roding Bodeti Mamfatake Libe Iru. Argon Menge Sulhaya Sadameterikan Gulifawani India Kanduge Sadamata Rakaterikama. Argun Menge emme bodu ek kambodu me kamava musumi badaltaka ekamun kura ne deve asartavves gulifawani argun menge gawmuta washada fawa biya kanduge oivarsha diyawara taragige mauga argun men de gawmuge tajribaya musumi badaltoke sabun kurimatiwa gonjahuntaka argument de gawmgas hassas maslatan hallu hodumga miharavre boda de gawmun guligen ebbayaku anebbayaka ebbarlo dem wanekama algondo deken isita rais divi rajya manikfan tiya kurawwa daturfulaki Seychelles ge sarukarun divi rajya Seychelles ge de gulunta itura badahi kuruma devwa iskan rams kodde aligada hekke miyadu midaturfuluge terei algonda Rais Ramkalawan rasmi mashwarata bevi mi mashwarata huga de gomge demeduga onna guluma baina lokwa mi madanuga de gomun kura emha masaketaka gule gotu mashwarako de gomge demeduga oi ekwirikama ebbarluma ebbayaku anebbayaka hekon hitumge ruh itura badahi kurevene goitaka med khiyalta badal kurevana divi rajya Seychelles sa demedu visa negumaka nula daturu kurevene intizam hamajessuma ebbasume ga miyat soy kurevigen diumaki argumenna libe nuhanu bodu ufale mi ebbasumge sababu dive hinna Seychelles ge rayitunna demedu onna gaay gulum itura badahi kurumge fursat fulave de gomge demeduga hinga muamala et itur kurma fahivegen daane fatur welkamge dairain de gomge demeduga tajribaya maulumat hissa kurma behegotum adi de gomum ves misinatuga gengule masakkatuge wattafalin tajriba libiganevene gottaka med algonda Rais Ramkalawan mashwara kurin Iksoda Viafarige Dairain, the Gomge de Meduga Hinga, Iksodi Harkaita, Iturkurmasha, Kureve Viafarige, Muamadatoge, Mimber, Iturkurmataka, the Gomge de Meduga, the Turfatur Kurumge, Intizam Tan Itura Friham Kurma, Argumenvani Ebbasefa. Migotum Raja Seychelles sa demedu Vaga the Turfaturuge Hidmeta Fishmagule Ebbasumega. Miyad soykurevigen diumaki argon nuhanu ufadayak fahakura kame mi ebbasumge sababun dihu rajya Seychelles sa demeduga hinga viafarige muamalayta itur kurma magu fahivegen daane adi degawumge rayitunge demeduga gulum badahi kurmasha argon menge jazira degawum tajriba kolluma kemmadu fatibi faturwerina rajyega sunny side of life tajriba kolla another world Seychelles ga tajriba kollumge fursat libigen dana Zuanuna Kuliveruge Dairai, Algon Mivani, vocational training, Zuanun Taragi Kurmagule, Fahumunama, Akofa. Mitairatacum Algon Men Guligen Kuramunda, Masaketa Huge Sababu, the Gomge Zuanuna, Bodeti, Mamfatake, Libigan Dane Kamamidu, Algon Shakenokura. Sarhadi Adi Bainalogami Masrahuga, Raja, Seychelles, Muhimu Dairatacum. Ek gawm anek gawmang ebbarlun dinumge digu maaziye eba oi. Musumang anna badaltaka, timavetta libe gelluntaka, kandutaka masirikam belehetuma, insani haggutaka, salamata rakkatirikam fada kankamga, Rajya Seychelles imvani guligen etake masaketake kofa. Aliftaluge ituru Indian Ocean Rim Association na Alliance of Small Island States, Emifahun Rajim, Bayavari, Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific States, Jamiyage Teremis, Rajya Seychelles Guligen, Migendani, Gina Masaketake, Kuram. Seychelles are the Rajing, Ekgom, and Ekgom Demunda, a bardum, Miharover, Iturkurevene, Guetaka, Gulegotumis, Miad Algume, Mashwaraturim. Wakin khasako musumang anna badaltakun libe gelluntaka dekola masakke kuruma timavetta libe gellunta kuda kuruma Shamul Shahga nimi dia COP27 ga gayam kurawun loss and damage facility ge masakketta feshuma waanjihe tayaritaka nu iksoda gule kankamga ekuga masakke kuruma India kanuge mahuge abadi belhettumga ebbarlundinu faha kollere India Kange Salamata Rakkatirkamaki, the Rajya Seychelles Salamata Rakkatirkama Guli Lam Hifawa Kame. The Gaumavis Kurmatiwa Rakkatakum Rakkateri Umasha Kurmatiwa Gunjahuntakung Aragatumataka Miharover Buddha, the Rajya Seychelles Fada Gaumuta Gulige Masaki Kurmaki Muhim Kamikamamed Evis. Shakkenne. Migotu Algonda Rice, Ramkalawan Vani, India Kanuge Sarahadduga, Ala Fetramung Anna, Salamati Masalta Kamava, Kanuferuma, Maswata Ketige, Vagufaria, Nirubarikama, Garuna Khilafa, Gawaitoke Berum, Document Nukreve Gota, Misarhadduga Kureve, Masurikam Fada. Salamati Masaltakan Halhoduma, Argument de Gaumum, Gulige Masake Kuranekama, Mashara Kofa. Adi Miedu Soikuri Protocol on Cooperation to Combat Transnational Organized Crime and Other Maritime Security and Safety Threat Saki, Sarahadi Salamata Rakkaterikan Kashor Kurumga, Ebbardum Itur Kurma Gulegotum, Masake Kurmangarun Muhimafiore. Rais. Miedo algon benna kuronu mashwarata kamed algon hingamaje. Adi mashwarata kuria oitanga algon de gawmge official kuria gengos. Rajya Seychelles ademed miharavre boda gulum badahive. Bainalogami mayadanu gas guligen kura masaketa. Itur kuravene kamamed algon yaginka eboy. Manikfan rajya te kuravada turfulaki. Niyama Ufaviri Daturfulaka Vanakama Umilkura. Hama Hemme Embri Goma Vadaganawar Rajye Ufaviri Handanta Gendavanekama Vis Algon Umidkura. Adi Algon Menge de Goma Kurimativa Gunjuntakung Aragatumga Manik Fangi Gaing Equiri Adi Bavari Gutuga. Di Raji Unnanikamge Furiham Yagin Kama Itbar Alundarwa. Shukriya. Rabbul Shukriya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Your Excellency, my dear friend, Mr. Solih, members of the delegations and members of the press, let me first of all thank you for the very kind invitation and also the very warm welcome that my delegation and myself have received since we landed here in Mali, Maldives. The hospitality has been extraordinary. And you talk about fond memories. I mean, the collection keeps getting bigger. And we will definitely go back to the Seychelles with, well, feeling more relaxed, but also with the urge to come back to visit beautiful Maldives. Your Excellency, I would like to thank you for the invitation. And as has been said, this is the first state visit by a president of the Seychelles to the Maldives. And this in itself shows clearly the level of the relations. We want it to go to a higher level. And Seychelles and the Maldives will continue to do that. We have been cooperating on various issues, on various projects, and the Seychelles has always been ready to support the Maldives whenever you have sought our support. And let me reassure you, Your Excellency, that this will continue, and we are proud of the candidates that we have supported from the Maldives, because you have done us proud. When we supported the Maldives foreign minister, my dear friend Mr. Shahid, to be the president of the UN General Assembly, we did so knowing that he had the capacity. And here I am today in the Maldives to say, congratulations, because you did us proud. You did a fellow island, Indian Ocean island state, proud in the way you deliberated, in the way you led the UN. And we have definitely felt encouraged by the action of Your Excellency. Of course, this morning we discussed the various issues that continue to be of grave concern on the one hand, but at the same time for us to see how we can further develop the friendship and the cooperation. The first one on the visa waiver is indeed a most welcome sign that between the two nations, as of now, Seychellois and Maldivians will be able to enter each other's countries as bona fide visitors. And this is a clear sign of the trust that we have placed in each other as nations. As far as the air services agreement, this is us taking note that we need to further strengthen. If we are giving the visa waiver, we also need to have the direct connections. For example, I could have taken Air Seychelles direct from Victoria to the Maldives, taking less than 4 hours. But because we do not have those connections, I've had to go Seychelles, Dubai, 4 hours, transit another 5 hours, and then come down another 3 hours. So I do hope that the air services agreement will be able to facilitate the transport facilities between our two nations, and that more Maldivians will be able to visit Seychelles and vice versa. And this leads me directly to the youth and sports. We want our young people to know each other, our young people to compete in the spirit of sportsmanship, and whilst doing so, we want them to draw closer to each other. So I'm looking forward to the shared experience of our young people, and of course, by developing the youth, the friendship shared by the youth, we will also be able to fight all the social ills that may affect our two countries. So we're looking ahead. And finally, the one on maritime security is a sure sign that both our countries take seriously to the abuses that happen on the high seas. We are talking of illicit drugs that are transported. We're talking of arms. We're talking of piracy, of human trafficking. And by signing this agreement, both our nations have said, we want to help the world move towards greater security. We want peace. And this is at the heart of our desires as nations. And I do hope that we can be successful in promoting those maritime exchanges. I can easily see areas of greater cooperation between our two coast guards, training and joint exercises. So, Your Excellency, I believe that this visit is already a success. We have already shown that as two island states, we are concerned about what is happening in the world. We want to see our two nations draw closer together. But of course, we are both concerned about climate change and the effects that it will have on our countries. Low-lying islands that are at the verge of disappearing in certain instances. We have the same issues, and this is where, again, the two nations and at our leadership level, we've met on different occasions already, where we've addressed the climate agenda. And this visit will definitely consolidate our position. And at COP28, we will be able to stand the two nations with a stronger voice, making known to the world that whilst our emissions are next to zero, we are suffering the brunt of the effects of climate change. The rise in sea level, the greater surges, and the disappearance of our place of living. For us, it's not just a very nice topic to talk about, but we're talking about our very existence. So we have to stand together. And again, I believe that with, for example, the role that the Maldives is playing on the loss and damage fund that is being set up, we will be able, hopefully, to move into the area of the establishment of the MVI, the Multidimensional Vulnerability Index, whereby our two countries will be able to have a strong voice saying, we are not asking necessarily for grants, but we want to have access to concessionary funding in order for us to save our countries. And of course, we also talked about the scourge of COVID, which has set our development agenda backwards. We are now trying to catch up for us to give our youth better education, our people greater health facilities, and addressing issues of housing and development, the economic side and the social side. So, Your Excellency, for me, this visit, as I say, is one whereby we are strengthening and saying to the world, and I hope our two peoples really understand that the Maldives and the Seychelles have so much in common. We are very close, but yet we were a little far from each other. But now we are much closer. And for this, I think our two nations will benefit greatly. So once again, I would like to say thank you very much to you personally, Your Excellency, and to the people of the Maldives for the warm welcome. It is an experience in itself, And for me, it's like coming home. When I go to Europe and I don't see the sea, I'm homesick. But here in the Maldives, I'm at home. And I even went for a little swim yesterday. And yes, it's the same ocean. And it's still the warm ocean. So, Your Excellency, I want to wish you personal good health, you and the First Lady, and all the members of your family, and the members of your government. It's obvious that there is much work for us to do, and I know you will soon be facing new elections, and I pray that democracy, the very principle that you believe in, will reign, and I wish the Maldives victory in that election. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.